Welcome to another edition of Friday at 4:20. My name is Mike Neighbors, and I'll be your host for the next 40 minutes as we invite some great local comics to hang out and to make you laugh. I know that is a tall order, but they are going to do the very best. As usual, on Friday at 4:20, we have our good friend, Mr. Patrick Capolino.
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno, Patrick. Also, in the house, of course, we wouldn't do the show without him. It's Manolis Zantanos.
Hey guys, I miss you guys. It's been I do nothing all week, and this is all I have.
You forgot take an E. What
Tikanis.
Okay, thank you.
To my Greek friends.
Yes, take an E. And our guest this week. Great to have him along. I know you've been playing the circuit in our area and all of the Golden Horseshoe for a long time now. He is the, I keep wanting to say the curator. You're not a curator. That'd be a museum job. You're the director of the Garden City Comedy Festival and a great stand-up comic in his own right. Mr. David Green, how are you?
I'm great, buddy. Thanks for being here.
What?
Well, thanks for letting me be here with you.
Did he just thank me for being here? That's awesome. That's very kind.
I've been too busy curating.
He's been curating, exactly. All right, you guys all know how the game is played. I've got 12 envelopes in front of me. They are official Bell Media envelopes, so they must be official. They have topics, random topics. You guys don't know the topics ahead of time. Manolis, put your phone away. Pay attention. Guy's been waiting all week to be here, and now he's on his phone telling people that you have something to do. This is the first time he can send that message.
All right.
You're back with us?
I'm here.
We have random topics in the envelopes. Once you play the Plinko board, it will help you select a number envelope, and we'll give you the random topic. You can start talking on that topic, and then the other guys can chime in and steal your airtime. So, David Green, because you are our guest in the studio, you get to walk over to the Plinko board. Yes! Plinko, David! Plinko! Yeah.
Number 7.
7.
Numbers. Is that a lucky number for you?
That's
David?
what I was aiming for. I was aiming for 7.
You were aiming. It's really hard to aim with a Plinko board, isn't it? Yes. Number 7 for Mr. David Green, our special guest comic in the house. David Green, what do you hate most about your cell phone?
About my cell phone?
Your cell phone. What do you hate most about your cell phone?
I hate that my phone service cuts out all the time.
Oh, does it really?
And I don't know why, because all my bills say that I'm outstanding. So I don't know what's going on.
There you go. Yes. I was going to say I thought it was a Bell. You were going to make a joke about Bell. So you don't have Bell service, do you?
It's not even my joke anyway. It's Roger's.
Oh, it's a Roger's joke. Excellent.
Zing.
I figure what I'm going to do, I'm going to switch to Virgin because I know they won't screw me. You know what I'm saying?
Are those all the things you hate about your cell phone?
Well, you're going to give me kudos for at least one of those.
Hey, kudos. Kudos. Manolis Zantanos, what do you hate about your cell phone? I know you use your phone. That's your constant companion.
What do I hate about
in one hand? I don't want to say what's in the other hand.
I think I hate my cell phone bill more than my cell phone.
It's the bill that makes you crazy?
Well, it's my phone's got a weird thing. It's like say I text a girl, the text goes out, but I never get a text back. So I think there's something wrong with my service because it's like I've texted hundreds and hundreds of girls. None of them have texted me back. Like same thing. I go on Facebook. I poke.
You do a lot of poking on Facebook.
I do all the poking. They never poke back.
Wow.
So
okay, you know what? I think you got a point there.
Yeah.
I think much to David's point, I think it has something to do with you being with Virgin.
Yeah. I got to talk to Roger, I guess.
Get Roger on the line. Yeah, we don't like to. Guys, no more Rogers. Okay. All right. This is a Bell Media radio station. Patrick Capolino, what do you hate most about your cell phone?
At first, I thought the question was what do I hate most about myself, and I had a lot of answers for that.
That was the answer you lined up. What do I hate most about myself? That's actually a really good topic. We may go around the horn on that topic. I like that one.
I like that one too.
Yeah.
I have the same phone as Manolis because we got it at the same place.
Oh, it was like a family plan?
No, it was some sort of special deal going on. The phones were free. But I just hate that I hate using it as a phone.
Oh, okay. You like the texting and the apps and all those other activities,
Yeah.
but actually talking on the...
Like, have you ever been doing something and someone's calling and you just wait for it to stop ringing so you can keep not using it as a phone?
And they could follow up with a text message.
Yeah.
And you go, why didn't you do that in the first place?
He texts him right away. What's up?
Yeah, what's up?
He's a perfect example. All my friends, it says more about me. I can call anybody. No one answers the phone anymore.
Yeah, because he can't read or write, so texting is it's easier for him to just call
I
you.
could call China right now and someone would answer their phone.
Oh, sure.
When I call
Yeah.
Patrick, nothing.
Dust.
See, he's more straightforward too. He'll just like tell someone, "Okay, I gotta go," and he'll hang up. But I don't answer phones, especially if it's like my parents call. I'd rather just text them, see what they want. Because if I answer the phone, there goes an hour and a half.
That I know what you mean, man. Those conversations,
Yeah.
right? And especially if you see the phone ringing and it's somebody who you know is going to try to lock you
Yeah,
in.
exactly.
You are definitely going to try to ignore that. David, do you like talking on the cell phone, or are you a texter preference?
I'm more of a texter, but I don't mind talking on the phone.
Okay.
So much, but-
Don't mind having those conversations?
No.
With the service provider? I am outstanding.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Manolis, you like to talk on the phone.
I like to talk. Like, it drives me nuts that not only that I like talking on the phone, but I have to text you if you want. Can we talk? Can I call you?
Right, yeah. You have
People-
5 minutes for a chat.
Yeah, because people are like, if you just call, they
don't
they'll
answer.
They won't answer, and then they'll text you, "Is something wrong?"
Why did you call?
Yeah,
there
well,
must be
something wrong. Yeah, I'm dying. That's what's wrong. Okay, maybe
Dying of loneliness.
Yeah, maybe I'm hanging off a cliff and I need you to come and save me, but you're too busy to answer the phone because Survivor's on.
You don't call people during Survivor. That's just crazy.
I don't even know when that's on, but probably do.
Wednesday nights at 8. I'm a big Survivor fan. That's
Interesting.
love that show. Well, it's a study in humanity, right?
I guess so. I like the one, the Bachelorette. Is
The
that what-
Bachelorette,
when
yeah.
all the women are fighting for one dude.
right. That's your dream.
Like what? Yeah, like what a scam! Like you're all hot. You think you need this guy? This guy's the prize.
That's it. So you'll sit and watch that for hours.
Yeah, it amazes me.
It amazes me. David, Bachelorette, you a fan?
I'm not a huge reality TV fan, if I'm being honest with you.
Okay.
You know?
You like the unreality TV.
Well, just it annoys me the fact reality TV sells itself as reality when most of the time it's far from reality. It's so scripted and planned.
And everyone knows it now, but they still make them.
It's like the worst name for a TV genre because they completely lie right up front.
Yeah, I just stick with Coronation Street. That's pretty much it. That's the reality I like.
Well, that's how you worked on the accent, right? Yeah, that's good. You did a great job on the accent. He's doing well. All right, let's go back to the Plinko board. Manolis, I'm going to get you to Plinko next. And Patrick will not Plinko because we already have Patrick's topic. What do I hate about myself? Manolis, what number did you get, buddy?
Number one.
Number one.
Oh!
Everything that I'm not.
Number one in our hearts, buddy. Number one in our hearts. Here's an interesting question about being a stand-up comic.
Okay, good. I think I have an answer.
Or I'll make one up.
Yeah.
Biggest misconception about being a comic. What do you when you meet people? What do you think is their biggest misconception? They just things they assume about you because you're a stand-up comic that probably aren't true.
Oh, I would say honestly
That you're funny.
Yeah, that I'm funny. Comedians are depressed people.
Oh yes, see, and my daughter just said that to me the other day. That she just said, like, isn't it weird how all stand-up comedians are depressed people? And I'm like, well,
I think
I've met a few who aren't.
It's true.
Patrick's the exception.
Wait, you're not depressed?
I actually don't think I'm a depressed person. I think people in general all have some type of depression.
Right.
And
right.
Same as comedians.
Highs and lows, right? Yeah.
The comedians that they're meeting that seem to be more depressed are the people that are not doing the game the right way. So if you go into this game and you're going for the big prize is and you're not getting it, and you're like looking at all the other comedians that are getting things that you're not getting, that you let that stuff eat you up, and then you just become a miserable person. It comes off maybe more like, oh, this guy's depressed. So the trick is just enjoy the ride, enjoy doing stand up, enjoy every show, and not. But fight to win something. But
there's that side of it too. But that's more of a product of doing stand up. I think most people think you get into it because you're depressed. I think depressed is probably the wrong word, but I definitely say there's like the struggle and
yeah, I think that people meet comedians and they like, oh, this guy's miserable, so therefore he's depressed. But
Yeah.
There's not really depressed. He's just allowed himself to become miserable.
Right, but I think, much to Patrick's point, I think it's a little bit different than that. Only from the standpoint that where that comedy comes from is a place of low self-esteem, a place of right. I
Pain.
mean, this idea of pain of like that's where a lot of art comes from. The blues comes from, right?
But I think that's just being normal.
Right, that's just part. You just think it's just.
I think
part
everybody.
Of
Who do you know that doesn't have problems?
Yeah, I think.
well, you're looking at me, buddy.
Yeah, it's creative people find an outlet for it. And
David Green.
Yes.
I'm more like the opposite. I had high self-esteem, then I got into comedy, and now I have low self-esteem because
Drove
of
it right into the ground. What's the biggest misconception about comics that you think when people meet you? What is the misconception?
For me personally, is that they always have to be on or not as well, not being nervous as well. I can get in front of hundreds and thousands of people in front of a crowd, but other situations where I have to get in front of people where it's out of the stand-up realm.
Right,
I
so you're at like a little dinner party.
I get shy. I'm not always the on guy, trying to crack all the
trying
jokes.
to be funny, right? I mean, it's like when people meet you and go, really, you're a stand-up comic? Because you're not being particularly funny at that moment. There's this assumption that you should just be killing it everywhere you go, leaving them in. Patrick?
I'd agree with that. Like when people see me, they're always like, "Oh, you don't." When they find out I'm a comic, they're like, "Because I'm so quiet."
Right.
They're like, "You're not funny." But I'd say honestly, the weirdest one is the amount of people that assume you're rich, and they couldn't be more wrong. Like people, because if on Facebook and stuff, they see like, "Oh, you're traveling around the world, you're doing these big shows. If you work with certain people," and then they just assume you have money because you tour and stuff, and then it's like, no, they couldn't. I have less money than almost anyone I know.
No, that's very true, isn't it? Because
I borrow money from him.
Yeah, I had to e-transfer him. Where were you, in Halifax or?
Yeah.
Or, come on.
I was on tour doing comedy shows.
I had to e-transfer him $20
so I can get a bus ticket.
And then you meet people, and they're like,
you're rich.
So glamorous.
Yeah.
And you're traveling. And
exactly.
Borrowing $20 from Manolis for a bus ticket home.
By the way, I owe me $20.
That just reminded me. That's good. That's very good insight, guys. Thank you so much for that. That was the biggest misconception of being a comic. Patrick, would you like to Plinko, or would you like to go with your original topic? What do you hate about yourself, or do you want to Plinko?
Well, actually, the easier question might be, what do I not hate about myself?
Oh, okay, let's not get into the long list.
I'd rather play this first,
Throw
and then we'll.
Buddy. Throw it out there. Here we go. We're dropping the Plinko.
I know what I hate about Patrick.
No, you don't get to say what you hate about Patrick.
9.
Number 9. We're not going to pick on each other, Manolis. We talked about that. Oh, no, we're allowed to pick on you. That was the way that works.
I agree.
All right, Patrick, maybe you want to rethink your decision on this. If you had to pick one, because I know you're not going to like any of them, but if you had to pick one, your favorite exercise.
Oh, God.
I know. It's not your. I want to know your favorite. What? If you were suggesting to somebody, here's an exercise that's the least aggravating, painful, whatever.
Walking.
You like walking?
I have to walk because I'm poor.
Oh, okay.
So I walk everywhere.
You can't always get the $20 from Manolis. He walked in from Halifax. Thanks for doing that.
No, I do a lot of walking because out of necessity mostly, but it's.
And you also have a daughter, right? And you got to go to the park and stuff like that.
Exactly.
So walking is your preferred exercise if you must.
Yeah.
Okay. We always got to clarify that. Manolis, do you want to? You look excited about answering this one.
Yes.
You look like you've been doing reps.
My favorite, because I go to Good Life.
Oh, okay.
And,
excellent plug for them. Maybe
yes.
they'll give you a discount.
Probably not, but
okay.
It's weird because my gym is like, I'm the guy that I can tell people always looking at me like, why is this guy in the gym? Like, I don't look like I'm supposed to be there.
Yeah, look a bit like a homeless guy's wandered in.
Yeah, I do, because it's most of my life. But after the gym, I go to the sauna.
Oh yeah,
I love the sauna, man. And I went to the sauna.
So that's your favorite exercise?
Well,
that's all he talks about when he talks about being at the gym is the sauna.
So I love the sauna.
I've never heard him do anything else.
Well, because it gets rid of all the toxins.
Sauna's beautiful, man.
Right?
I know. I completely agree.
And so I go to the sauna. Not that long ago, I go to the sauna. Right. You know what happens to me?
No.
Because the universe knows that I love the sauna. I'm sitting down there, and all of a sudden I hear this. And it's like, I'm thinking like, it sounded like a fire. And I look down, and the sauna's on fire.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
There was like flames.
There's flames. And I'm like, what do I do? So I just decide I couldn't leave because I thought that building will burn down.
Yeah.
So I go outside, find someone that works in the gym. I'm wearing nothing but pants now, and I'm wet. And the guy, and the guy's looking at me like, why am I talking to him, this homeless man? And he goes, I say, dude, the sauna's on fire. He goes, what? He goes, the sauna's not on fire, man. And he's talking to me like I'm like some idiot. I'm like, dude, I'm like, this is not my day.
This is it.
I'm telling you the
It's
truth.
on fire.
So we go in, he opens the door, and black smoke is bellowing out the door now. And he goes like this. He goes, oh my God, the sauna's on fire.
I'm like, I was telling you that.
Right. So then he gets someone else, and they turn off the fire. They put it out, and then they look at me like I did it.
You started the fire.
Yeah, like I'm Billy Joel. Like, no.
We didn't start the fire.
But it is still my favorite thing to do at the gym. I'll not exercise.
Has it been repaired?
Yes, they repaired it.
Okay.
But everybody just looks at me weird now.
It's just, you're the guy who started the fire in the sauna.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
There's that fire guy.
Yeah.
I'm literally the fire starter.
What two things were you rubbing together in there that started that fire?
One was a stick.
David Green, if you had to, are you an exercise guy? Do you belong to a gym?
I don't really go to the gym, no, because I can't afford a membership on the tens of dollars. I make in
Excellent.
Canadian
You're with
stand-up
Patrick
comedy.
there. Excellent.
But I work out at home. I do but I don't have weights. This morning I was doing curls with a Webster's dictionary. Just the heaviest thing I can find.
The biggest dictionary you can
adds
find.
definition. You know what I'm saying? So
really helps with the pun humor, doesn't it? You gotta know the dictionary inside out.
Then I do squats to get the sore ass as well.
Oh, excellent. The sore ass. The dinosaur ass. Yes. Excellent. That is David Green, our special guest comic in the house today as we play a little Friday at 420 with you. Whose turn is it to Plink? Oh, it's David Green. It's your turn to Plinko again.
He's so
time.
funny.
He is. Very quick with the wit.
4.
Quattro.
Oh, Quattro. All right, here we go. Number 4. David Green, your second topic. Oh, another stand-up comedy question. Yes. Oh, this is interesting.
Manola's like, I know that.
That's his best topic. Yes, it's this one for you, David Green. Advice for someone starting out. Someone wants to go to one of Patrick's open mic nights at Yuck Yucks, and they just want to start out. You still do that, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Every Wednesday.
Every Wednesday they have amateur night, and it's a chance to try it. And I know there's another First Timers Club here in Hamilton.
Oh, yeah. Matt Serena runs it.
Yeah.
At the staircase, I think.
Xylas.
Xylas.
Yeah, and I think that's a really cool idea, right? Where everybody knows it's First Timers, so then, you're a gentler audience. So what's your advice to somebody who thinks that stand-up comedy, if they're listening to us thinking, okay, I can do that.
Well, first off, don't try telling puns because you'll get nowhere doing that. But no, seriously, just hit as many mics as you can. Just get out and
just do it, do it,
and keep on doing it. It's the only really way to get better. Obviously you can write, but you need that stage time.
You need to be on stage. So just get out there and fail sometimes, succeed sometimes. Just keep going. Just before we move on to the other fellas and get their advice, I am interested in the pun because it is what makes you unique and different than most of the stand-up comedy comics we see working today. First of all, how did you get into working so many of your bits around puns and multiple puns?
That's just how my brain has always been wired. And until I came here and started performing and seeing other comedians, I didn't realize I was doing different from how everybody else was.
So you were already doing it.
And all my friends, we were all punning each other all the time. And
okay.
I didn't realize I was the weird one.
Yeah. And how does it work out? It helps as a calling card, right? It makes you stand out. If there's 7 comics on the bill that night or whatever, then I always remembered you. The first time I ever saw you was because it was different than a lot of the other things I was seeing.
Yeah. So it's taken a while to get good at telling puns, and because I've had to endure a lot of groans and boos and all this. But I'd like to, but there are pun fans out there. I'd like to be, become as good as I can at telling puns.
There are pun fans.
Yeah, they're hard. There must be.
It's hard. It's like one of those things where nobody admits they're a pun fan. But they do make me kind of chuckle, right? I mean, one of those kind of, they do find them kind of funny. Manolis, are you a pun fan?
I am now.
Okay.
I never used to be.
David Green turned you into a pun fan.
Yes, but I think I'm only a pun fan for him.
Because he's very funny outside of the puns themselves, but you have a great style, great delivery, and you know, you're in and out, and it's all over the place. It's not just pun, and yeah.
He's the only one I've seen that doesn't seem cheesy.
It pulls it off.
It pulls it off, and it's more consistent. Where like sometimes when people do puns, there's like some of it's just filler, and then some of them are really good.
Right.
Where his are like very consistent all the way through, and I don't know, it just because I don't like puns, and then I ended up liking his.
Yeah.
So it's
I think when it's well done.
Yeah, it's
right.
I guess I've seen just a lot of crappy ones then.
What's your? It's not as David mentioned. It's probably one of the harder things to do
is to
deliver those without it just being all cheesy kind of groans and stuff, right?
I've seen the whole process from the beginning pretty well, and I've seen the growth, and I've seen how it just gets where it's like up and down. Now it's just all ups.
Yeah.
So it's really, he worked hard.
Awesome.
He didn't give up.
Look at this. The love in is crazy here.
It means a lot. When I first got into it too, Manolis is the guy who I looked up to, and you know, after the show, his advice, and he'd give you advice every time. It was like this awesome pro comics is helping me out, and it was a big deal at the time, and it still is now, hearing that too.
Well, yeah, Manolis has been exceptionally generous to all of the young comics coming up in this community, so he does deserve kudos for something.
Have you heard
kudos
when guys do they used to do Johnny Carson? They always wanted they'd look at him after their set to see if he gave the okay.
The okay, yeah.
And with us when we're starting out, and I think we started around the same time. Any show Manolis was at, we'd see him like pull a comic aside after to give them like a tag or advice and stuff, and that everyone's like, "Oh, look, Manolis is talking to so and so," and like we all waited,
acknowledged him. Yes,
we all waited for that to happen.
That's awesome.
That was our Johnny Carson. Okay, was Manolis giving you a tag on one of your jokes?
The Hamilton comic. Okay,
I'm as old as Johnny too. But
you're exceptionally generous though, because I know a lot of other comics have, you know, they've been great comics and stuff like that, but they just they walk out of the house as soon as they're done their bit. They don't, you know, and you've always been exceptionally generous with that.
That's what I was gonna say actually, in the sense of I do like I watch the comics. I watch all the amateurs.
Right.
I don't watch any comedy online or on TV. So I only watch live comedy, and if it's like the amateurs, I'll watch them and that's how I become friends with, like, I became friends with Patrick literally from watching his first show. And then I instantly am like, oh, this guy's funny.
Yeah, this guy's good.
And I thought he was like, I can tell you did good. You had a good first set, but it wasn't amazing or
I
nothing.
didn't like it.
But I thought I could see him like, oh, this guy's smart. I could tell he knew how to write. And so right away I'm like, okay, I like this guy. And we became friends, and then that's what I would recommend if you're starting up. If you can like find someone that's, what's the word I'm looking for? What is it when someone's
a mentor?
A mentor.
Yeah.
If you can find a mentor, I became his mentor in a sense, but only because I wanted to be his mentor.
Right.
I liked him, and we became friends. And then what happens is I guided him to the point where he just didn't need guidance anymore. And now he's just as equal as I am in a sense. Now we're just friends. He doesn't really need me, and he doesn't answer my phone calls anymore.
Unless I need money for the bus.
Unless he needs money for the bus.
That was the one call that he answered. That's interesting. You know what? You're absolutely right, and especially about mentoring. And the greatest thing, if you are a mentor, if you're a generous person that way, and you're helping someone who's younger than you in any business, the greatest gift you get back is them surpassing you, reaching your heights, right, and not needing you anymore.
Yeah, I don't feel any jealousy amongst my friends.
No,
or I don't really amongst anybody, but like especially my friends, because I do want them to do well. Like I helped Pat, and I helped.
Yeah, but that doesn't always happen.
What?
That doesn't always happen among all comics. I know it can,
I don't have I just don't have the energy for anger.
To be a jerk.
It's like I'm just trying to go every day I spend 10 minutes of the morning trying to decide that I'm not going to kill myself and everything's okay. But on top of that, I got to be angry about someone else. I'm like, dude.
Good way to start the day. Positive energy. What's your advice for someone starting out? Or did you give it? Find a mentor?
No, find a mentor. No, watch a lot. Go watch pro shows and amateur shows, and watch go to the amateur nights for about like 6 months at least, and practice your first set so you know it off by heart. When you go on stage, you're not gonna remember it. So just know it off by heart because you're going to be so nervous. Then if a joke doesn't work, don't worry about it. Just go to the next joke and just remember it's okay if you tank. You're not getting paid. You're there to learn. Okay? So just like for the first 2 years, you should do whatever you want because you're not making money. So and just be okay. If you tank, who cares?
Yeah.
Right? They think that's not the worst thing in the world. The fact that you have the courage to do something that everybody's afraid to do is successful in itself, whether you kill or not.
Is it always very consistent? The first time I ever tried it, I had a great night and then thought, oh, this is easy. And then the second one was just, it couldn't have been worse.
Yeah,
and
it happens all the time.
I know, and it's a fairly consistent routine,
Well, it
isn't
happens
it?
a lot too, because especially at amateur night, a lot of the comics doing it for the first time bring all their family and friends,
Right.
and
Fill
then
the house
they
and-
kill, quote unquote kill, and then the next few times they do it, their friends didn't come, and they realize, oh, I'm not funny.
This is way harder without my family and friends laughing.
I saw a guy tank so bad one time. He was in a competition in Barrie, and 200 people showed up, and he won. It was like so he was the finals for Great Canadian Laugh Off, and it was in Toronto, and there was a snowstorm, so all his friends, they were going to rent a bus and go to Toronto, and a snowstorm happened, so they didn't show up, and he went up, and he just ate it.
It was just awful.
Ate it, and I saw him afterwards. He was like in the hallway. He goes, talking to someone, and he goes, "What happened?" He goes, I don't understand. He goes, I don't understand. He didn't get it too. He goes, I don't understand. I don't understand what happened. I did the exact same set and no one laughed. I don't get it. Like, yeah, dude, 200 people of your friends
In the audience.
were not there. What do you want?
Oh, see, there you go. Family and friends, I'll kill you every time. The night, just for sake, the night that I did well, I brought nobody. It was on purpose. I did not want to go up on stage and die in front of family and friends, so I went without anybody. And then the second time it was a disaster. I did an OJ joke. It was during the time that OJ was up on murder charges, and I did an OJ joke, and I got booed. And I thought, oh my god, they like OJ better than me. It doesn't get worse than that.
Always, here's one other thing. Right, anytime you make your friends laugh in a small circle, and it was like just like you weren't thinking
Just natural, and nobody. Yeah,
whatever it was, write it down.
Okay.
And then maybe you can do that later on stage.
Yeah.
That's good
because it
advice.
was really natural, and they naturally laughed, and it
Yeah.
wasn't right. Patrick Capolino, your advice for someone who wants to start out, maybe trying stand-up comedy.
Whatever you makes your friends laugh in a group setting.
Right.
Don't think it's gonna work on stage because inside. No. I don't know. I've been hosting the amateur night for like
a long
6-7
time, man.
years
Yeah.
now, and so I get asked all the time.
Yeah.
New comics with their first set, they'll come off and they'll ask me like, "Oh, do you have any advice?" And on my honest, the answer I give most of the time is just keep doing it.
Right.
'Cause
Don't give up because it.
Yeah, because a lot of them think like, "Oh, do you think you can sit down with me and work on my?" And it's like that's not going to help you. Just do it.
Just keep
doing it, and you'll figure it out. And that's what I was going to comment earlier. It was interesting about David Green because I remember when I started out, there was a phase where I was doing puns, and then I had like one-liners, and then I got
tried a bunch of
different things, and then
styles.
eventually you find it. And he's been doing puns for as long as I can remember, and it's just awesome to see that he stuck with it and honed it, and that was he found his voice really early, so it was cool. But yeah, my advice would just be keep doing it.
Keep doing it. And the puns didn't work out for you?
They just no.
Life didn't work out for him.
You're listening to Friday at 4:20. We've assembled our local comics, Patrick Capolino, Manolo Santanos, and our special guest, David Green, in the studio. We just got a few more minutes to go. Manolis, I think you're up to Plinko, are you? He's already got the puck out and everything. Look at that. Here we go.
Number 8.
Number 8 on the Plinko board. Here we go. Manolis, your topic. Let me
My
just
brain's weak today.
Oh, it's okay. You know what? This is an interesting one, and I don't want you to cop to any crimes.
I probably got a few, but
what are your feelings on graffiti?
well, what are you laughing for,
It's
Patrick?
just an odd question.
It's just an odd question, but you know what? But the downtown, I mean, it's tagged. There's some beautiful graffiti. There's some nasty, ugly stuff. Some of us have taken part in tagging.
The first time I ever graffitied in my life, I was in special ed, so that, and
Not like that's an excuse.
I had liquid paper right?
Right.
Remember liquid paper?
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
I needed it a lot.
Yeah. For sniffing purposes, but whatever.
So I thought it'd be funny to write some. I didn't even write anything bad. I wrote something stupid on someone's book.
Yeah.
And so this guy in my class ratted me out and went to the teacher. And it became a big deal because next thing I know, the teacher sent me to the office and I had to talk to the vice principal. The vice principal, I can remember what he looked like. And he goes, okay, well, why'd you do it? I'm like, I don't know. And he's like, okay, well, we have two options here. I can give you the strap. He said, I can give you the strap, or you can stay 20 minutes for detention after school. And I thought it was actually up to me. So I go, well, could I have the strap, please? Because I've already had the strap a bunch of times, and I knew it didn't hurt. So I always would pretend when I got the strap, I pretended it hurted because I was afraid what would happen.
I thought you chose the strap because you didn't want to wait 20 minutes because you were going to miss WKRP.
Yeah, that's where the story was going, Patrick.
Oh,
Because the vice principal, I don't know why would you give away the whole ending, but the vice principal
He
said,
just thought you forgot that part.
I thought you were done.
You thought I was ending there, of
My
course.
big ending.
So he says, the principal says, why would you want the strap? And he goes, because WKRP's on.
Yes, and I don't want to miss it.
I don't want to miss it. So I could go, if I say 20 minutes, I'm going to miss WKRP.
So-
and he's looking at me just stunned, like, what do you mean? It's like, he goes, no, you're going to stay for 20 minutes. I'm like, I have no choice at all then.
So why did you give me a choice?
What the hell? And I'm like, I missed that, and I'll never know what I missed that day.
Oh, graffiti with liquid paper and the strap. Now, was it a leather strap?
It was a leather strap.
Because ours was a hard piece of plastic, black
had, like,
plastic
weird
that
grooves
they
in it.
used on your hands.
There was
I remember
little
that.
grooves in it. I would get strapped all the time. One time I got strapped for like supplying elastic bands because we figured out how to make slingshots.
Yeah.
So that shot paper, and I supplied all the actually I supplied the whole slingshot. So,
I created slingshots for this.
Oh,
So you basically armed the students.
and
Yes.
and there was a supply teacher came and we're like hitting each other, and I got 3 hits that day for making slingshots.
David Green, what do you think about graffiti? You know, puns would make excellent graffiti, wouldn't they?
They would.
They
To
would.
be honest, though, I think it's a bit of a dying art. You know, I think the writing's on the wall. I have to say.
Yes, it is.
Usually, I get jealousy when I see it, just because I wish I had any form of artistic talent at all.
That would be
Or
great.
design any cool design on a wall. I've never been that cool or talented.
I know, and some of those, like the really intricate,
Oh, yeah,
amazing, and especially when they do the words, like the lettering is like how did they do that?
I like it when they're in like far, like obscure, hard to reach places. Like the guy must have been handing like upside down on one leg on his fingertips, like.
And you know that somebody else is going to go and have to do the same thing to clean it off.
Yeah, and
which
still
is
getting
really...
time in time for WKRP as well.
That's right, exactly. Patrick, your thoughts on graffiti?
I like it if it's good.
Good graffiti?
Like a really good friend of mine, Manolis, is from Hamilton. Very talented graffiti artist.
Done a lot of tagging?
Yeah,
Yeah?
a lot, like all over the world.
Okay.
And he actually just beat cancer, which is really cool.
Oh, wow.
So I don't know if the spray paint is what cost him,
The aerosol?
but he beat it, and no, he's really talented.
Oh, that's
You're not gonna see
awesome.
his name?
Yeah, Scott McDonald.
Well,
I know. I didn't know if.
Yeah, dude.
Scott.
Yeah, he gets
owns
commissioned to do it and stuff. He
He owns, you know that bar called Che?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes? Yeah, he owns that.
Yeah.
He
Great bar. If you're in Hamilton, Che is always an amazing place to go.
There's a lot of big pieces around Hamilton that he's done.
That's awesome, eh?
Yeah.
So like ultimately it is an art form, as David said, and the really good ones are amazing, and right, even the artist Banksy or whatever, and his street art and his wall art and stuff like that, and now he's world famous because of it. So it is an art form that doesn't get much respect, a lot like stand-up comedy. Brings us full circle, doesn't it, fellas? Patrick, you want to drop a puck there, my friend? We're playing Plinko on Friday at 4:20 on Funny 8:20. We've done 8.
Oh, we did?
We did 8.
Oh.
8 was graffiti. You want to do it again?
12.
12. Oh, I like that. The backup number. Number 12. Here we go. This will be our last topic, I think. All right. You're going to a desert island. You get to bring one album with you. Remember what albums were? One cassette tape, one DVD, one CD, whatever, however you want to put it. What's the artist? What's the band and the album that you take with you?
I don't know.
Oh, it's a tough one, is it? I know, because you bounce around some genres, right? I mean, because you love some old Frank, and
yeah.
You want to take some Frank with you? Or?
I'm not a huge music guy to begin with, so I don't know.
Oh, it's not a good one for you. You want to let someone else answer first?
Yeah, I'd probably need some like self-help tape. Just you can do it.
You can survive on this desert island. Survival tips. That'd be helpful. Okay, well, that's all right. You can do that. David Green, you a big fan of music?
I'm a music fan, but not. To be honest, I don't think I've ever purchased an album in my life. I'd probably take a comedy album. I'd probably take a Mitch Hedberg album. Like Do You Believe in Gosh, or Mitch Altogether, one of those things. I could listen to them over and over.
You just could keep listening to that? Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Really, eh?
Yeah.
What kind of music do you like?
You just
like
the
rock
Beatles,
and roll and
obviously,
Beatles?
Yeah, a little bit of country.
Comes with the
the
accent, right? The Beatles, you have to like it if you have the accent.
Yeah.
Manolis, what Van Halen album are you taking?
All of them. But
you can only take one.
probably if Van Halen would be Fair Warning. If it was Chili Peppers, it'd probably be Blood Sugar Sex Magic, or Social Distortion with The Story of My Life song.
You got an answer for each of the guys. That's awesome. You can send each of them one of them.
Yeah.
And if you don't bring one, you too will leave one there when you're sleeping anyways. So
is that right?
Yeah. They put the. Did you get it?
No.
They forced their album on everybody's iTunes.
On the Apple.
Yeah.
It wasn't a bad album.
Yes, I get it now. See, everybody will have an
Did
album.
you listen to the album? It wasn't bad. Everybody hated it because we were forced.
Well,
to have
everyone
it.
was mad. Yeah, that they got into their phones.
It's the way it was handled, Manolis.
How dare you give me something for free?
While I was sleeping.
You terrible rich rock band. Yeah. We do have time for one more. David, I'm going to let you go one more time. Yeah. The album on the desert island didn't work out so well. So, we don't really like music. What do you got there, buddy?
Number 6.
Number 6. All right. This is our final topic. Sit in here. Here we go. All right. All you can eat buffet. For or against?
4, 100%, always 4.
Always 4?
Yes.
You can't believe the number of people who are against all-you-can-eat buffets.
Well, more buffet food for me.
Yeah. We're all for them?
Yeah.
Yeah? There's no reason not to like an all-you-can-eat buffet?
I love all you can eat.
Okay.
Anything.
I thought for sure there'd be a conflicting opinion here because the number of people disgusted by the fact that my favorite restaurant is the Mandarin. And they're just disgusted. They're like, oh, people are touching the food. And
we should go today. Can you leave after this?
Let's do it.
I love the Mandarin.
That's like, the most frequent places we go is either all you can eat sushi or Mandarin or King's Buffet.
Right. Yes. I forgot. Yeah. You guys don't have a lot of money.
No. We need to eat all we can.
Pat loves sushi, and our good friend Devin Bates, he didn't understand. Bateson. I got the first
good friend Devin Bates.
Bateson. Is it Bateson?
Yeah.
I don't say everybody's last name.
I know. Airport Dave.
You know is that Airport Dave?
I have friends listening right now, and you just embarrassed me.
Oh, he just did.
What are their names? No, but continue the story.
He ordered. He didn't understand the menu, and he ordered he thought he's ordering one piece of sushi.
He thought the rolls. You know how the rolls always have 8 pieces.
Right.
He thought you were getting one individual piece from the rolls, so he showed up late. We had already eaten. And we're like, go ahead, order a few things. We'll stay and hang out with you. And he ordered literally like 12 different rolls. So he got 12 times 8. And they brought them all. And when you order it, if you don't eat it, they charge you for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
so you just table just full of food just for him.
It was bad. And we were already full.
Yeah.
He had to jam it all in, eh?
Yeah.
Oh, we threw a lot of it out. We started sneaking off to the bathroom and putting it in our pockets.
Right.
Flushing it.
We did have to pay. I threw $10 in. It was bad.
It was really bad. Good thing you got his name wrong. David Green, where should people follow you on the social media so they can find out where you're playing?
Check me out on Twitter and Instagram at David Green Comic, or online on www.davidgreencomedy.com.
DavidGreenComedy.com. He's the director of the Garden City Comedy Festival. He's always playing a lot of times in the Niagara region, but I know you come up here to Hamilton, out to Toronto. Always great to see you. Keep up the great work. I love your style of comedy, man.
Thanks,
You do a great job of it. Manolis, no, there's no more time for you.
At Manolis Santanos, Instagram. Send me a message.
Please, would somebody please send me a message?
This is all I have. I do nothing till next Friday.
Actually, Manolis will even give his cell phone number out on the air if you promise to call him.
Yeah, if you just talk to me.
Patrick, how am I following you on the social media, buddy?
I'm on Facebook as Donnie Coy. COY.
That's very unique.
So you can find me there.
Very, very unique. Guys, it's always been a blast. It's always fun. This has been Friday at 420. Thank you so much for listening. David Green, our special guest, Manolo Zantanos, Patrick Coppolino. I'm Mike Neighbors. Until we get a chance to talk to you again in 7 days, have an awesome weekend.